They're like, first, before we go and do some stabbing, let's go have something to eat. And then you have something to eat with the person, and then he tells you about his life and about his hopes and his dreams and his greatest fears. And you're like, that's cool. And then you're like, can we stab people now? And he's like, yes, yes, of course. My mistake. There's a video game called like Red Dead Redemption 2. Everybody loves it. You play like a cowboy, and it's a whole like engrossing story. The reviews are like, it's a wonderful story and wonderful atmosphere. But it's like, I need you to go into town and buy some milk. And you're like, okay. And then you get on your horse, and then you ride your horse for a couple minutes. You see the nature and the mountains, and you're like, that's cool. And then you go into town. You're like, I want some milk. And they're like, you want milk, eh? And then like he goes and reaches for his gun, and you're like, yeah, just milk. And he's like, okay. And then the guy gives you milk. And then you go back and you give the milk. And they're like, now I got a real mission for you. And it's going to be dangerous. And you're like, okay, here we go. And he's like, teach my son how to fish. And you're like, okay. And then, why'd you say it's dangerous? Because in fish, they can bite, with their tiny teeth and give you a small cut on the hand. Okay, fine. I'll teach your son how to fish. But then you're going to like let me do some robbing and some killing, right? Maybe. And then you teach this kid how to fish. And then he's like, spend 20 years to raise my son for me. And you're like, okay. You spend 20 hours in-game time teaching this boy how to live and feed himself and become a better man than you ever used to be. And then at the end of the game, you're like, now can I rob a bank? And they say, no. and then the credits roll.
And you find this boring?
Yeah. That's basically it. And I'm like, okay, like, what the fuck's going on? Why is it taking a long time? Like, I just want to keep robbing banks all the time or keep shooting people. And it's interspersed with these, like, caring nature moments. And I know what they're trying to do in the game, but my attention span is not there anymore. There's also a game I'm playing called Yakuza 0, which is a game about the Yakuza crime, like, families in Japan. And it's, like, a game with fighting and action. There's a lot of talking. Like, before you get to the fighting, they're like, first, before we go and do some stabbing, let's go have something to eat. And then you have something to eat with the person, and then he tells you about his life and about his hopes and his dreams and his greatest fears. And you're like, that's cool. And then you're like, can we stab people now? And he's like, yes, yes, of course. My mistake. And then they get up, and he's like, ooh, a casino. And then you go to the casino, and then as he's gambling, he's telling you about his dreams and hopes and his fears. And then you're like, yeah, the stabbing? He's, oh, yeah, right, the stabbing. I forgot about. Okay, fine, let's do some stabbing. But wait, we got to stab the main guy because he's the guy that we want to stab. And then when you go there, then the main guy's like, before you fight me, let me tell you about my dreams and my feelings and my greatest fears. And I'm like, fuck this game. I only have like 30 minutes to play. It's all irrelevant. I'm not going to feel anything. Yeah. Anyways.
It sounds like you want all video games to just be Grand Theft Auto in different settings.
Pretty much, like Grand Theft Auto accountant, Grand Theft Auto lawyer. Let's do a case. Okay, let's do a case.
That would be amazing if in the future that's what all video games were. Put people in these amazing environments that they could never otherwise experience. Like you send people back to the late Cretaceous, and then you're just running around stabbing dinosaurs, beating them up. That's what you do with your journey through time.
Right, and paying the dinosaurs for sex, and then throwing them out of the car, and then going around and causing more dinosaur-related crimes. And then the dinosaurs are like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, where did he come from? And then they have to learn how to invent a gun, I guess.
Yeah, the genetic race is on. Or like a game that takes place, in the lost kingdom of Atlantis, and you're, instead of, like exploring that world and learning its amazing secrets, you're just stabbing people and stealing from them.
Like, stab them, take the money. Some of them are prostitutes. If you want to hang out with those, that's fine. I'm not into it, but if you're into it, it's fine. I'm not telling you what to do. Like, that's kind of what Grand Theft Auto is. I think they even made the argument that people are like, this is terrible. You have to kill hookers and kill people and take their money. And the devs were like, you don't have to do that. We crafted a whole story about interpersonal relationships and, the American dream. But if you want to, that's up to you. So that's basically what these games are. They're like, come with me to learn about yourself and to become a better person, and maybe even gain some financial skills along the way that you can use in your own personal life. Like I'm talking to you, the player, And then you're like, okay. And then you just go off the main quest and you just stab a couple elves. That was my dream originally as a game developer, to teach people through video games.
To trick them into learning things?
Right. It's like, I will reveal my bosom if you learn about early retirement. You want to jack off, don't you? Okay, well then, take this accountant's exam, and if you get an A, I'll show you a little bit of booby, but otherwise, you have to retake the exam.
If you want to dance the dance, you got to pay the fiddler. That's how this works.
You're like, it was a terrible game. It really seemed to lead me on to something that never really materialized, and now I even hate video games. But the good news is like, I'm financially successful because of that game. So it was a great game. Anyways, that was my dream. I think it was unrealistic.
Is that seriously what you wanted to do with video games? You wanted to make educational games?
Well, because I thought if people could be so addicted, like there was a game at the time called World of Warcraft, and people were like failing their medical exams because of it. Like they were ruining their careers. Like it was so good of a game that people who were like on the path to becoming a doctor basically became like a paramedic instead.
It's funny to me that you consider that to be ruining your life. because the way you set it up, I thought this person you described was going to be more like, a meth addict, like whose life just totally derails, and they're homeless and they can't function because they were playing a video game. But no, they became a paramedic, which is equally bad.
They became like still a career that helps tons of people to this day and is undervalued and underappreciated.
But less money you get.
Yeah, the less money, that's all. But, possibly even more valuable than doctors. But anyways, yeah, that was my hope, is that like maybe I would trick them, like it'd be World of Warcraft, but then there would be something like a math component. But I mean, people will be wise to that and they'll be like, I don't give a shit, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. Like, you can go fuck yourself.
I don't think it's why people play video games. They don't play video games to better themselves. It's not what they go to the games for. It would be like if you went to a hooker and she's like, not so fast. First, I'm going to teach you a lesson about the pre-Hispanic Americas. You'd be like, that's not at all why I'm here. I'm very mad at you now. I have not given you any money yet, and I do not intend to. I'm leaving.
That's very funny. I saw even a thing on TV now. There's a company doing medical simulations. I guess you could do that. You could do like Doctor Simulator for VR. Like, you know how they have Microsoft Flight Simulator where you can learn how to sort of fly a plane, where each button on your keyboard like corresponds to like a control in the cockpit. And then when you finally figure that out and then you're in the air and then you're like, fuck, I forgot like how to make a turn. And then you press a button and it like shuts off the engines. And then you hear like the people in the back like screaming and you're like, oh my God, this is too real. I have to turn this off.
I was going to say that would be a very stressful gaming experience. That would be like Bomb Squad VR and you've got to defuse a virtual bomb. And like people who play it keep being found dead in their apartments because they've succumbed to heart attacks from the stress of the game.
Like I make a game like, exactly, it's like a simulator, but I make it very simulator. So it's like before you get to like the bomb site, your coworker is telling you about how he's only like 2 days away from retirement and he has these beautiful grandkids that he wants to spend time with. And then like when you get to the simulator, like he's the only one that can go in and defuse the bomb and you have to give him exact instructions and his headset doesn't work so well. So he can't hear. Sometimes words sound like different words to him.
Who's going to enjoy that experience?
The point is you could make a doctor simulator game with VR. The only problem is you would then believe that you are a doctor. Like that's why those games are tricky, because they're like, I don't need to see a doctor. I passed the second level in Doctor Simulator. Like I almost beat the game, right? And it's like, no, you are not a doctor. Like I guess those games have to have disclaimer. Like after every level, it's like, congratulations, you're close to becoming a real doctor. Disclaimer, you are not close to becoming a real doctor. But the game has to encourage you. Like when you're progressing the levels, the characters in the game are like, you're really good at this. I don't even need a doctor when I'm with you. You don't even need to see another doctor. You can operate on your friends. And then like after the level, it's like, do not operate on friends. Like this game does not qualify you to be a real doctor. And then the next level is like, come on, doctor, let's go. Right? You're like, am I a doctor or not?
I can't take these mixed messages.
I think I need a VR game that teaches me how to be a better husband. Like the game's called like Patience.
Oh my God.
Patience and consideration. And I'm like, why would I play a game like this? It's like, trust me, like you'll thank me like 10 years from now when you're at like the point where your marriage could go like result in a divorce or you continue.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea. I would love a game that allowed me to improve my skill set as a husband. Like if I could play a game where I put on like an Oculus headset, and then there
Yeah.
was a woman, my virtual wife, who just like was nagging me very aggressively, and I could just build up resistance to that. Like I could I could strengthen my emotional armor, and then when I'm nagged in real life, I could be like, just go back to your training. And
Like my wife comes into the bedroom and she sees me like sitting in a chair with the Oculus on, and I'm like clutching the handles of the chair, like my knuckles are like totally white. And she's like, "Holy shit, that must be an intense game." I'm like, it is very intense. And it's basically like my VR wife just nagging me, and I have to like hold my breath and like think about what I'm going to say next because I don't want to live by myself in like a, you know, a 1-bedroom closet when I'm 55 years old and I have to start over again and I have nothing, right?
a 1-bedroom closet, not a 1-closet bedroom. You tell yourself there's a bedroom in that closet, but it's just a closet.
Like in the game, you're just like, well, I have something to say to you. And then it's like, game over. And then like the next scene, you're like in a 1-bedroom closet. And you're like, you try to like open the door and the knob falls off. And then you're like, what? And then you like pick up a piece of paper and it's like a bunch of job applications that you've crossed out because you've failed to qualify for these jobs.
That actually should be the first level of the game, just a really tiny bachelor apartment that you have to
Right.
sit in and be like, this would be my life if my marriage fell apart. Like I have to make sure I acquire good husband skills so that I'm not stuck in this situation.
Oh, and that's a great idea. And then it's like in the first level, it's like you see like your health. You start off with very low health, and then you walk over to the fridge and you open it, and there's just like a peanut, or there's like a couple crumbs of a s'more that you made last night for dinner, and you know you don't have enough to survive. And then you hear a knock at your door, and you open it up, and it's a woman. She's like, "Hi, I made like too many sandwiches. Would you like one?" And then you're like, "Yes." And then you eat it, and it increases your health. And then that's the lady that you want to try to stay with. But then that lady is going to constantly nag you, but you know that you don't have any skills to make any food or survive on your own. I heard like a story about one guy. He went to university, and you know, university is like your first kind of taste of freedom when you go from like a kid to an adult. So he was like, fuck it, my parents don't tell me what to do now. Like, I'm in university, I can do whatever the fuck I want. So he just ate pizza and beer. He liked pizza and he liked beer, and that's all he ate.
And did he survive the semester?
Well, no, he felt very sick after he got very sick after a while. He didn't understand because he thought, like, well, I'm eating and I'm drinking. So, like, I don't know what it could be. Maybe I'm sick with something else. And he went to the doctor, and the doctor's like,
You haven't had a glass of water in 6 months. What the fuck is wrong with you?
the doctor's like, okay, so I have some kind of weird news. I've never seen this in my entire career. It's not good news. And he's like, oh shit, what is it? So you're the first person I've seen that has scurvy. And he's like, he's like, the pirate disease, like from the days of pirates. And he's like, yeah. He's like, are you eating anything with vitamin C? And he's like, I don't know. Does beer have vitamin C in it? Or pizza? And the doctor's like, no. You need to eat there's a reason why like pizza doesn't grow like on a tree, or you can't like harvest pizza from the ground, or beer doesn't fall from the sky. Like, we're not designed to eat this fucking shit, right? This is the shit that we made that has nothing. You have to eat normal food, like fruits and vegetables and water. And so that's what happened. And then he ate all the other normal things you're supposed to eat, and then he was fine. But anyways, that's a very guy story. You know, like, it's like, even when I hear that story, I'm not like, what an idiot. I'm thinking, well, that kind of makes sense. It's like I can see that line of reasoning.
I have a good joke that is politically correct that I think everyone can enjoy. You want to hear it?
No, but you can tell it anyways.
Okay, so here's my politically correct joke that everyone can enjoy. It was my non-binary friend's birthday the other week. I got them a non-bicycle.
Oh yeah, that's that's
Boo.
boo, but yay! Like, boo, but only for like 3 to 5 seconds, until like somebody who's like learned in the language of English and its intricacies. I think I said that okay. It's like boo, like I'm thinking boo because I didn't get it. Boo, and then I get it, and yay! But it's still a yay. It's not like a belly laugh. It's just like, this man is learned. You know, he should be on top of a mountain telling me what to do, basically, with various tablets. Thou shalt do this. Thou shalt do this. That was Moses' joke to the Jewish people. And then they were like, how am I going to trust you? You're just some dude with tablets. Wait. Listen to this joke. Holy shit, this guy is from God. Nobody can come up with a witty joke like that.
I will worship you now and follow you around the desert for 40 years.
Exactly. That's a good joke.
Ferocity.
Just like and subscribe. My God.